Happy Saturday and welcome into Allen Hancock College football. I am CJ Silas and it has been, I'm a little emotional. It's been 649 days since I was last on this microphone at an Allen Hancock College football game. And a lot has happened and a lot has not happened. First of all, football hasn't happened. But the good thing is the last time we had a football game at Allen Hancock College, the Bulldogs won a bowl game. And then things happen. We're not going to sit and talk about it, but we are going to let you know that there are a couple new things here. First of all, we have an amazing director of communications who's going to be a part of this. Her name is Shelby. And Irvin Kiger, who has been doing color commentary for Allen Hancock College sports more years than I know. Oh, I think over 20 years. And this is my 10th season doing football. And I would want to welcome in my newest partner on the broadcast, Ernesto Casillas. So happy to have you. What a day for football. It is beautiful in Santa Maria today.
CJ, thank you for welcoming me to the football broadcast team. My name is Ernesto Casillas. I do the play-by-play for the Bulldog basketball men's and women's. I started with the program in February of this year and had a great experience. I love listening to your show once a week on ESPN 1280. I'm blessed to work with you, and I'm excited to be here today.
Well, we are happy to have you, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Just to be back at a football stadium. Also new for Allen Hancock College is a new head coach, Seth Damron, who spent 3 years as the offensive coordinator, spent a year as the defensive coordinator, was hired to be the head coach for the 2020 season. It didn't happen. So it's really new, too, for Seth Damron being the head coach of the Bulldog football team, though Chris Dutra is still here. He's the associated head coach. He's also working with the offense. And it's going to be interesting to watch him walk around the sidelines in a different role, knowing, though, that there is still going to be some Dutra involved in this football team.
You know, CJ, I had the privilege of listening to your show this past...
It's the national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The national anthem for the first time in 2 seasons at Allen Hancock College football. I don't want to interrupt you. I want to go to one more new thing. There are new coaches on the coaching staff. Unfortunately, we did lose one of our family members this past year in Coach Sandy Pua passed away, and we send our prayers and thoughtful wishes out to his family. A big loss for the Bulldog football program, and he is gone. And it was such a sad thing that happened. It was also at a time when it was hard for there to be memorials because of the pandemic. And so we send lots of love and prayers out to the Pua family. Robbie Fukuhara, in his first year with the Bulldogs, is the defensive pass coordinator. Dan Atencio, who spent 50 years in coaching, he's helping out with special teams. Jamil Vio, which was an offensive lineman for the Bulldogs, it's his first year. He's an assistant. He played at Hancock, and then he went on to play 2 years at Kent State. And then Hector Gill, you might know his name. He was a kicker for the Bulldog football team. He is now a volunteer assistant helping the kickers. So some new faces on the sidelines, a new voice and face in the press box in Ernesto Casillas joining me, CJ Silas, for our first football game in a full slate, 10-game football season for the Bulldogs. Coming onto the field right now, the Vaqueros, wearing their black pants with their red stripes down the side, white jerseys, red numbers, and shiny red helmets. And the vaqueros seem to travel well. Most of the fans in the stadium here at Hancock Field seem to be wearing the red and black. Well, go ahead.
Oh, no, CJ, I had the privilege of listening to your show on Wednesday, and I know that you got a chance to interview Coach Seth Damron. And I think one thing I really took away from that interview is how dedicated he is to working with former coach Chris Dutra on the team and making that transition, being dedicated to the program, being dedicated to the kids, and the challenges they had to face this season with COVID. And I know one thing I've taken away from going to practice, talking with Coach, talking with some of these other coaches like Robbie, is just how engaged they are this season, how locked in they are to making our program shine and be great. And I was wondering if there was anything else from your interview with Coach Seth that you took away from that.
Well, what I'd like to hear from him is the passion that he has for the kids, even the kids that aren't going to play. And I haven't heard that much in the past because the rosters were a little smaller. But because we were without a football season in 2020 and because junior college is free in California, the roster is a little bit bigger than normal. In fact, I think if Chris Dutra was right, it's probably the biggest roster they've had since he was the coach, and he just retired or moved into the associate head coach position after 19th season. Coach Damron also said there's more depth than he's ever seen. In fact, he's asked some of the kids to redshirt. You're going to hear about redshirt freshmen, which you don't hear about in junior college very often. And he said one of his mottos with his kids is, if you stay, you will play. So that means you're going to learn a little bit with such a big roster. There's 15 wide receivers. There's 15 running backs. There's 20 defensive backs. There's 50 linemen. There are so many kids on this team that there's going to be room for everybody with the talent, the drive, and the motivation to step up and get some playing time. In fact, what he also said about that was that he wanted to retain a lot of these kids instead of having them walk away because they may not play this year, Ernesto. Be patient, stick around, because you will get your chance.
Right. Well, that's been the key word for all of us this past couple seasons, CJ, is being patient with the pandemic, sports being canceled. I'm so excited today to have football back here in Santa Maria. We hope that we can get the fans back in the stands over here, and just looking forward as kickoff seems to be underway in just a couple short minutes.
Well, it looks like the Bulldogs are about to come out onto the field. It's really exciting to see football players on this field, and we've been at practice over the past few weeks, both of us, and it is really exciting to see kids in football uniforms, Bulldogs wearing their blue uniforms with their short gray sleeves, their white shiny helmets, and their short blue shorts. A beautiful uniform and a large squad for Coach Damron. We're getting set for the coin flip. And I think that might be some of Sandy Pua's family out on the field for the coin flip. I think. I wasn't told that was going to happen, but I think I see Pua on the back of somebody's shirt.
I think you're correct, CJ. It does say Pua. Nice call.
And number 17 is Cyrus Wallace. For Allen Hancock, number 19.
The coin flip on the field. Colton Thieker. Colton Thieker's an interesting story, Ernesto. He is a scholarship kicker at Cal Poly that decided to leave Cal Poly and come to Allen Hancock College, 6'3", 190 pounds from Arroyo Grande. Yep, and the Pua family is walking off the field. It's got to be emotional. Still with the program. I mean, his energy. And if you saw Coach Pua at practice and during games, so vocal, just one of the energetic pieces on the Bulldog football team.
I don't know about you, CJ. I feel a little anxious and excited at the same time to get this kickoff underway. My first experience doing a color commentating for football.
Welcome, Ernesto.
And thank you for everything that you've shown me the ropes, and I look forward to working with you this season. But most importantly, I look forward to highlighting the athletes on the field, being involved with the program and elevating what they do.
the Bulldogs will receive. The Vaqueros won the coin toss. They will defer to the second half. Bulldogs will be moving from left to right. What's really great about this job is that we're here to describe the action to the people at home that can't come to the games. And it's going to be a great time for everyone just to have football back. Your Allen Hancock College football team, welcome in to the 2021 season.
And it looks like number 8, Maurice Smith, will receive
The running
for the
back.
Bulldogs.
He's a sophomore, one of the only sophomores
From
on the
Atlanta.
Bulldog football. On either team, there's so many freshmen. Kick is up. It's end over end. Smith gets it at the 4. He's to the 5, crosses the 10, the 15, and he's tackled right past the 20-yard line. And the Vaqueros are pretty fired up, Ernesto. And here comes our first look at Seth Damron's Allen Hancock College offensive team. Smith will be out as one in the running backs out of Richmond Hills High School, Atlanta, Georgia. He led the state in rushing touchdowns in 2019. And it's going to be interesting to see. Mark Rodriguez is going to get the start right now in the quarterback position for the Bulldogs. He's out of Mission Prep in San Luis Obispo, but he's from Santa Maria. And Coach Damron said to me, Ernesto, that all these quarterbacks are prototypical solid leadership in the huddle. 1st and 10. Smith has it. He runs up the middle and runs right into a couple of Vaqueros, maybe just a yard or two.
You know, CJ, I do want to say that Mark Rodriguez looked good in practice this last week, practicing a lot of, bootleg rollout throws to the tight end and to number 11.
Mike McCoy, the wide receiver. Mike McCoy's the wide receiver on the far side. It was a 2-yard gain for the Bulldogs early here in the first quarter. Welcome in. Great to be back calling football. Rodriguez, he hands it off to Erickson. Christian Erickson had a scholarship at Sac State and is now playing with the Bulldogs. He's from Paso Robles, so he's a local Central Coast kid, a sophomore, 6 foot, 210 on the carry, and he gains about 2 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 6 here for the Bulldogs with the ball on their own 28-yard line. McCoy's going out wide.
And look for Rodriguez to maybe target number 88, the tight end, as he motions to the far side.
Akiono, we'll talk about him. He's got some experience. And he's sacked. Wow, that was almost a collar. He had no time. He literally dropped back. And out of nowhere came the Vaquero. Nico Matera. A loss of 3 yards on the play. The Bulldogs are now at 4th and 9. And the kicking team will come in and punt it away. 3 and out for the Bulldogs. No score early in the first game of the Bulldog season. The punt, it's a nice punt, it's low. And it bounces at the 40-yard line. And there's absolutely nowhere for Marcus Bellin to run, the punt returner.
Well, CJ, it was a short offensive drive for the Bulldogs in that first series. Only 3 plays, they gained a yard, and it ended on that sack on quarterback Mark Rodriguez.
Vaqueros offense coming onto the field for the first time. Just under 13 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score. Welcome in. So nice to have you. Allen Hancock College Bulldog football is back. It's a 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. Right away, it's a handoff.
What a great push by the defensive line up front, stuffing that run and not allowing any yards.
Ben Party, the starting quarterback for the Vaqueros. He's one of the only local kids on the team. It's a very, very small contingent of local kids on the Vaquero football team, and Party, the redshirt freshman, is one of them. From the shotgun, a complete pass on the far side, but there is nowhere for that receiver to go.
And what a hit by number 40, Jesse Garza, linebacker freshman from Napomo High School.
His brother Joey's on the team as well. They're both solid, high-level college football players.
As the defense will be in their first third down situation of the season.
3rd and 5 for the Vaqueros. Ball's on the 42. Omari Taylor comes in. A pass play on the far side.
And CJ, that looks like it's going to be short about a yard.
It'll be a 4th down for the Vaqueros. Let's see what they decide. They're not even at midfield yet. It'll be a 4th and 1. And they're looks like they are going to punt it away. So a 3 and out for Santa Barbara as well. Ernesto, it's real interesting to look down at the sideline and see someone else as the head coach, because for my first 8 years as the play-by-play announcer, it was always Chris Ducha. Seth Dameron was here for 4 of those years and part of the program, but it's a new look for the Bulldogs, though Chris Dutra is there and he is part of this offense. There's a whistle and a flag on the Bulldogs side. And Jaquez McWilliams was back to receive the punt, one of the leaders on the defense for the Bulldogs, the kid out of Georgia from Norcross High School. Very friendly, passionate, high-energy, redshirt sophomore. And penalty was against the Vaqueros. It's a 5-yard penalty. So it'll be 5 more yards.
CJ, I really was pleased with the energy that Jaquez brought to practice this past week. He was very vocal on the sidelines.
He takes it at the 35 to the 40, and he's tackled at the 35-yard line. Jaquez McWilliams, about a 10-yard punt return, started at the 25 and got all the way to the 35. Sorry to interrupt you, Ernesto.
No problem.
And here comes the Bulldog offense for the second time, looking for their first down. No score here, early first quarter. 10:37 remaining on the clock. And the stands have filled up pretty nicely here at Allen Hancock College Field. Rodriguez, once again, the play caller for the Bulldogs on the 1st and 10 from the 35. He hands it to Smith, who fumbles it. Fumbles it at the 38. It looks like Santa Barbara says they've got it. Santa Barbara recovers the Maurice Smith fumble at the 38-yard line.
And it almost looked like number 43, Keyshawn Pua, got on top of it, but it looks like the Vaqueros came away with the ball.
Smith, had he gotten through that tackle, he had open field. First fumble of the season, Maurice Smith, 5'11", 190 out of Richmond Hills High School, hometown Atlanta, Georgia, the sophomore. I don't think we're going to see him drop the ball very often this year. These kids have not played football in 2 years. I'm not making excuses, but all of us are going to be a little rusty, Ernesto. It's a 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. Partee is in trouble, and he gets sacked.
What a hit by number 18, Adrian Stevenson, to secure that sack.
College football is back on the national level. Last year it tried to come back, a lot of abbreviated seasons. Some programs, some conferences didn't even have football. So you got to guess that all the kids on the field are jonesing to have this experience today. 2nd and 16. Partee. It's a complete pass to Kayon Grayer, the freshman. He's from Vacaville, California. 6'2", 180. It's a 3rd and 6 now for the Vaqueros.
Looks like that was a pickup of 9.
Very vocal sideline for the Bulldogs today. Perfect football weather, a little breezy, cool in the 70s. Partee's in the shotgun. And a quick pass up the middle to Cyrus Wallace. And it's a first down for Santa Barbara. First down of the game for either team. Cyrus Wallace from Goleta, Dos Pueblos High School. He literally dove for the ball. He had no chance to run at all. He just made the catch, and it was enough for the first down. 1st and 10 for Santa Barbara. Mekhi Norfleet in the backfield with Partee. He gets the ball, finds a little hole through the middle for a gain of about 5. Mekhi Norfleet, Alamo, California. Second and 6. 8:05 on the clock. No score here, Allen Hancock College. Welcome to the 2021 Bulldog football season. CJ Silas and Ernesto Casillas bringing you play-by-play. Partee looks to pass. Another short pass near the slot.
That looks to be incomplete. Good job by Ronald Fuselier.
Fuselier. I just learned that myself today. Fuselier.
Woo.
Isn't that a good one?
That's a good one.
There's a lot of interesting and difficult pronunciations on this team, but I am encouraged and determined to get it right. I want to make these kids and their family proud. Fuselier. Incomplete. 3rd down. Partee in the backfield. Backs in the pro set. One in motion to the near side. Norfleet. He gives it to Taylor. Taylor runs down the far sideline.
And CJ, that's going to be real close.
He went out right near the stick. We'll see if it's enough for a first down. Might not be. Oh, actually, it wasn't as close as we thought, Ernesto. You know what it was? The guy dropped the stick. So whenever the guy drops the stick, we think that means the guy ran right there, the player. But he dropped the stick, seeing the kid come towards him, and it wasn't as close as we thought. It'll be a 4th and 2, and they're going to go for it. They've got Norfleet and Sherman in the backfield. And Partee will line up under center. He's calling out his plays. The Vaqueros going for it on a 4th and short. He's dropping back, looking to pass on the... There wasn't even a wide receiver on the far side near where he was going to pass. So the Bulldogs hold down the Vaqueros.
And that stop right there was all thanks to number 10, LG Vongzi.
He's a sophomore.
Sophomore from
Yes.
Hawaii, 6
Yes.
foot 220. As he really gave the quarterback no time to throw on that play.
He got the pass off, but there was no one in sight. The wide receiver was 4 or 5 yards downfield. First down for the Bulldogs. First and 10 from the 20. Rodriguez looking downfield for McCoy. It looked like he overthrew him. McCoy was being covered by Nico Matera.
It looks like Christian Erickson will come in for Maurice Smith.
Erickson, another kid who was on a scholarship at a 4-year, Sac State. And this is how usually Dutra does it, and Damron said that they were probably going to do it. They'll bring in, backs will come in and out, and they'll bring in the play. It's a 2-back system, sometimes 4. Rodriguez has some time and finds the tight end for a 5-yard gain. Jack Akiono. So this kid's got a story. This kid's a rugby player from New Zealand. Akiono, 6'6", 270 from Mount Albert High School, lives in Arroyo Grande, but he's actually tried out for NFL teams.
I saw Macchiano before the game, CJ, and he just looks locked in. He's a big kid, a mountain of a man, and he's going to be a big weapon for the Bulldogs this season.
6-yard gain on the pass to Akiono. And there's a timeout on the field. We will take a timeout as well. with 6:22 remaining in the first quarter. No score. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Bulldogs, after complete pass to Akiono, have a 3rd and 4. Another pass play. Incomplete on the far sideline. It'll be a 4th down for the Bulldogs. Colton Thieker will come in to do the kicking. Right now, at least from what I've seen, and I'm curious what you've seen when you've been at practice, Ernesto, I think Thieker might be doing the punts and the kicks. We'll see. Because he did do the punt early, and here is the punt, but I know he's a kicker as well. Well, punters are kickers, but you know what I mean. On the 4th and 4, kick is up. The Vaquero is running back. He lets it bounce. He hasn't touched it. He's going to walk away from it.
Oh.
But he got it. The Bulldogs, it touched the special teams player's leg, and the Bulldogs recovered it.
What a great play by the Bulldogs, hawking to the ball. The Vaquero player didn't even realize it had touched his feet, and the Bulldogs take advantage.
It looks like, from my vantage point, Ernesto, that the Bulldogs will recover the ball, because the kid that was intended to return the punt, he moved away from the ball, and it was bouncing around, and there were about 5 Bulldogs and 1 Vaquero, and the Vaquero didn't know where the ball was, and I think it touched his ankle. But it looks like they're not going to do it. It looks like they're giving the ball to the Vaqueros. That was an interesting play.
Really was.
I don't know. Maybe my eyes
Where's
are.
our instant replay?
I don't. Yeah, where is the replay, Brian Dill?
Where's our challenge
executive
flag?
producer, Brian Dill, back for this football season. The Vaqueros. 1st and 10. And that was, it looked like it was Norfleet on the run. Eight-yard gain on the play for the running back Jerry Martin out of South Bend, Indiana. 2nd and 2 for the Vaqueros. Hiram Anakalea in on the tackle, the sophomore from Kealakehehi, Kailua Kona, Hawaii. 5'10", 295, the sophomore. It was a nice play by the Bulldog defense, Ernesto.
Well, really not allowing much on the run there, CJ.
I think, if I remember from the interview, that Coach Damron said this could be one of the best defenses that this team has ever had. And that's always a good thing at this level of football. It's probably the best thing and most important. The pass was deflected.
And CJ, that's what they were working on in practice this last week, is tipping that ball to give your teammates a chance to get that pick.
Yep.
And you see the results here on the field.
I think it was Vic Garnes was the one who got the first touch on the deflection. And that was a quick 3 downs. It's 4th and short for the Vaqueros.
A much needed quick three and out by the defense there, CJ, since they were not able to get that break on the kickoff. And let's hope the Bulldogs can come back on offense and maybe work on that ground game to give their receivers some space on the outside.
Mike McCoy back to field the punt. It rolls. He lets it roll inside the 25. Probably a smart move.
Looks like
by
that'll
McCoy. That was a nice roll for the Bulldogs, for the Vaqueros. Not great for Allen Hancock because it bounced and then rolled about 15 yards.
looks like the Bulldogs will get that on the 24-yard line.
There are a couple flags on the play at midfield.
Fouls on the play. Holding on the receiving team.
Bulldogs.
Number 46, 10-yard penalty. After the play, personal foul on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down.
You will see that a lot. We try not to tease, but we do see quite a bit of penalties, especially the first few games of the season. This is going to walk the Bulldogs back.
Looks like the ref is walking back
now
and
they're
forth
walking.
here, CJ.
Okay, so shouldn't have offset. It should have been an offsetting penalty. Well,
hey, maybe the
everybody's a little rusty, Ernesto. Even the refs. Even the officials had 18 months off.
And it looks like the Bulldogs will actually net 5 yards.
Yeah, you're right.
CJ.
You're right.
Yeah, we'll start at the 29-yard line.
It's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 28-yard line. Rodriguez under center again for this set of downs. He fumbles it on the snap. He tries to get up and run, and he can't. It's going to be a loss of a couple yards for the Bulldogs. Nico Diaz. I think Nico Diaz was on the tackle for the Vaqueros.
As Maurice Smith will come out.
And that brings in Zindane Thomas, another 4-year student. He was at San Diego State before he came to Allen Hancock. He's a sophomore from Phoenix, Arizona. He was a 3-star athlete in high school and played 2 years at San Diego State, and now he's running for the Bulldogs.
And I know Coach Dameron had nothing but great things to say about Zidane Thomas at practice earlier this week and said that he's going to be a big part of this offense this year.
And Maurice Smith will go in. So this is how it's done usually with Dutra, and Dameron is following suit. They use a 2 to 4 back system. Sometimes they'll bring 2 in at the same time, depending on the play calling, and they'll bring in the play. So Thomas came out, Smith went in, and McCoy is the receiver on the near side. This time it's play action rolling to the near side. Rodriguez, he wants to pass, and he's tackled out of bounds. He held on to the ball, which is probably a smart move.
You know, and as the Bulldogs go through their bumps and bruises in this first quarter, Rodriguez is really going to have to get rid of that ball sooner if he wants to move this offensive forward.
So now it'll be a 4th and long for the Bulldogs, and here comes Colton Thieker. No score. 2:38 remaining here in the first quarter. Thieker with a nice punt. The wind is helping.
Oof. And the Vaqueros barely caught that ball.
Bellin, Marcus Bellin.
And it'll be number 46, Christian Clegg, who actually had the penalty last time on the kick return, making the tackle there for the Bulldogs.
Roughing the kicker against the Vaqueros. It'll be a penalty against the Vaqueros. And it looks to me like the offense is going to come back on the field for the Bulldogs because of roughing the kicker.
You know what, CJ? This may be the break that this offense needs to get going.
It's the first down of the game for the Bulldogs. But it wasn't really a conversion of a first down.
Hey, we'll take it.
I don't know. Should we give them full credit? Partial credit. Bulldogs, after a nice punt by Thieker, and then roughing the kicker, and a penalty, the Bulldogs are a 1st and 10 on their own 41. Best field position they've started with so far. Smith on the carry. He rolls. He finds an opening. He avoids a tackle. There is a flag on the play. What a run by sophomore Maurice Smith.
Oh, and you'd hate to see that run erased. Maurice Smith showed great Great spin move, breakaway ability there.
A foul on one of the offensive linemen for the Bulldogs, Micah Pacheco from Farrington High School in Honolulu.
Computer science major here at Hancock, and you gotta love all these kids from Hawaii, CJ.
Yes, if you look at the roster, and we'll talk about this as the game moves on, we've got more kids between Santa Barbara and Allen Hancock from out of state than we have in state. Not many locals on Santa Barbara for sure, a few more in the Bulldogs. It's a 1st and long for the Bulldogs, and Rodriguez fumbles the snap again. Oh, man. This has been a struggle for the Bulldogs, and as we said earlier, it's going to be like this. I don't care what kind of expectations you have at any level of football. We saw it with the NFL last year. We saw it with the small amounts of college football that we did see. It's going to take some time for things to gel.
So Dane Thomas on the run.
Nice run by Thomas. He gains about 10 yards on that run. About a minute left here in the first quarter. No score, Bulldogs and Vaqueros. Maury Smith coming back in for Hancock. It's an unconventional year in sports. Last year was awful and unconventional. We're trying to come out of the awful, but it's still going to be unconventional. And everyone is going to find their way in a new world with protocols and quarantines and who's going to play and who's not and who's tested positive and who's vaccinated and who's not. It's going to take some time to get into a rhythm at any level of sports this year. And we've got a timeout on the field. Allen Hancock, we will take a quick timeout as well. No score here from Allen Hancock College Field. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Winding down the end of the first quarter. No score, less than a minute to play. Bulldogs with a 3rd and 12 from their own 39. It's a pass play looking for Walker. Jaleel Walker looked like he got tackled, but he didn't, so he kept on running. Jaleel Walker, the freshman from Lavier, Arizona. Oh my goodness, Walker, what a catch and what recovery from a near tackle.
Coach Damron talked about Jaleel earlier this week in practice, how he was a big part of this offense and his playmaking ability on the outside, showcasing it here on that big game.
Laveen, Arizona, Cesar Chavez High School, 6'3", 195. What a vertical. And then to get that extra yardage. 1st and 10, 2 seconds on the clock. And there's a penalty. The clock is also ticked down to 0. What a nice, after the
Prior to the snap,
fumble
false start.
on the
The
snap.
offense, number 88,
Nice for
5
Rodriguez
yards.
to recover and make a nice completion to Jaleel Walker. Another penalty. This one is against the Bulldogs. Calais Store, now the quarterback for the Bulldogs, a freshman from Lahaina Luna High School in Hawaii. He's 5'11", 175. They call him Calais.
Looks like Damron making a change early here at quarterback.
Well, Rodriguez got tackled twice on fumbled snap, so he could be hurt. First quarter of play is in the books. No score here from Allen Hancock College. And Mark Rodriguez is being tended to at the training area, the quarterback from Mission Prep. We're going to take a quick timeout as we bring you into the second quarter. Ernesto Casillas and CJ Silas, all the play-by-play coverage. You are listening to Bulldog Football. No score here after one quarter of play. It's athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College Football. If you found us from athletics.hancockcollege.edu, we're glad to have you here. No score after one quarter of play. Bulldogs on a 1st and 15 to start the second quarter. Thomas, the ball carrier.
Not much room for Thomas on that run.
Storer now the quarterback for the Bulldogs. When I talked to Coach Damron earlier this week, he said though Rodriguez and Storer both undersized for quarterbacks, Rodriguez at 5'10 and Storer at 5'11, they both are bigger than it feels like, and they've got good leadership skills and obviously not willing to take a hit. And Storer now getting his chance with Rodriguez in the training tent. A loss of yardage on that play. Storer looked like he was going to keep it, but due to the flag, there's a whistle. We want to welcome in everyone from all over the country watching the Allen Hancock College Bulldogs. We've got kids from North Carolina and Louisiana, Georgia, Hawaii, Colorado, Missouri, American Samoa, Arkansas, Texas. It's just an incredibly loaded roster for the Bulldogs from all over the country, so we appreciate you being here.
And CJ, Jaleel Walker, who had that big play earlier in the first quarter, will come back out. He's here on the near side. Let's look if Storer will go to him.
Penalty against the Bulldogs, 2nd and 21 now. Another penalty before Storer can do anything. He literally jumped off the line of scrimmage, and there was the whistle. Off, there he goes. Legal motion, is that what it was? Legal procedure against the Bulldogs. It's a 2nd and too many to count. 26.
2nd and 26 for the offense.
Gives it to Smith.
And it's hard for this offense to get going, CJ, with all these penalties. You know, we saw that big play last drive, and it's a little frustrating here. Let's hope they can get something going.
Mark Rodriguez, the starting quarterback for the Bulldogs, is getting his right shoulder taped with ice. He looks pretty distressed about the situation. It's 3rd and 22. Storer under center, backs are in the eye. 2 wide receivers and a wide receiver in the slot. This time he gives it to Thomas. Thomas finds a little bit of room to run, but not enough, not even close to the original line of scrimmage. And here comes the special teams punting team for Hancock. Offense struggling. Storer into the game for the first time. He'll need a little time to kind of settle himself in.
And even though it's been a couple quick drives for Storer, CJ, I do like what he brings to the offense. He looks like he's mobile in the pocket. He's got a big arm. Could be some upside for the Bulldogs here. And it looks like they'll attempt a field goal.
A field goal attempt on a 4th and 16. The ball will be spotted at the 38. You do the math. This guy he did kick for the Big Sky Cal Poly Mustangs, so maybe he has a leg. timeout for the Bulldogs. We'll take a quick timeout as well. No score, early second quarter. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. No score here, early second quarter. Field goal attempt is up, and it's no good. It had the distance, but it was wide left. He definitely has a leg to.
But the wind is picking up
It
right
is,
now,
yeah, the
CJ. You
wind.
got to wonder if that was a factor.
But it got all the way there. It just, blew it a little bit to the left. If you noticed in that timeout on the sideline, Storer and Chase Richards were working on the snap because we've already seen 2 fumbled snaps for the Bulldogs. So Storer and Richards doing a little practice here on the sideline. 1st and 10 for the Vaqueros. It's a pitch play. Jerry Martin, the ball carrier for Santa Barbara. There's a loss on the play. It kind of feels like football weather. Do you notice that, Ernesto? It's a little...
Getting a little chillier, getting a little
Well, it's
cooler.
a little windy. It's a little Santa Maria fall. September 4th. From the shotgun. He's got some time, but he's sacked.
And what a sack by number 25 defensive end John Sniffen as he beelines to the quarterback, and the Bulldogs will gain possession.
Not only was it a sack, but it was a fumble recovery, and the Bulldogs will take over. John Sniffen, the sophomore, we did yell his name out a little bit in 2019, one of the leaders on the defense for Seth Damron's crew. John Sniffen, 6'3", 275 with the sack, and the Bulldogs will take over on the fumble recovery. Storer calling the plays. A 1st and 10 from the 20. Great field position for the Bulldogs. And another penalty on the play. And you can see the frustration in Storer's face.
Well, Storer hasn't been able to showcase his athletic ability. I think that's a frustration here, CJ, from the team, from us. So let's hope he gets a chance to do so.
Another penalty. And it'll be a 1st and 15 for Hancock. First and 15 for the Bulldogs. No score. Second quarter, 11:19 remaining. Game 1 of the 2021 football season. Storer rolling to his right. It was a pass play. The intended receiver was Keishon Pua.
Looks like Christian Erickson will come in for Maurice Smith.
Erickson, Smith, and Thomas, the running backs that Damron is using so far in this first game of the season. It's a 2nd and 15. Storer under center. This time, it's Erickson. And he finds a hole in the near sideline. Erickson dives into the end zone. Christian Erickson, touchdown, Bulldogs.
And what a play by Erickson to get to this near side, hit the pylon. Great touchdown by the Bulldogs.
A 25-yard touchdown run for the sophomore out of Sac State and the local kid from Paso Robles High School, Christian Erickson. First touchdown of the season for the Allen Hancock College Bulldogs. It's 6-0 on the Vaqueros.
Well, CJ, after that first bumpy quarter, it does look like the Bulldogs are settling in a little here more with Storer, and you got to be hyped for what they can do now here on offense.
Feeker in for the extra point. And there's another penalty.
We should count how many penalties we got today.
Listen.
Could
We
be
will
in the
see
dozens.
it. When we get our halftime statistics, we'll see it.
You got to think that Coach Damron this week at practice, CJ, is really going to drill into these guys' heads about all these false starts. This offensive line has got to get on track.
We will have another attempt at the point after. Colton Feeker. Feeker from Arroyo Grande, spent time as a scholarship kicker at Cal Poly. He's kicking and punting. And the extra point is up, and it's good. Bulldogs, 7-0. 11:05 remaining here in the second quarter, and we've seen our first touchdown of the Allen Hancock College Bulldog football season. Christian Erickson, a 25-yard touchdown run for the sophomore out of Paso Robles High School. We will take a quick timeout. Bulldogs on the board first. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Bulldog Football. Hancock with the first touchdown of the 2021 campaign, 7-0, leading the Vaqueros of Santa Barbara. A 25-yard touchdown run by Christian Erickson. The kickoff is up, fielded at the 5.
Be another flag on the field, CJ.
Omari Taylor, the kick returner. And another flag on the play. You don't want to sit and disparage teams and with all these penalties or make excuses. But it's a different world. And it's a hard time to be putting together a football plan with who's going to be there, who's going to be available, who's going to be quarantined, who's sick, who tests positive, who doesn't, who's living with who. And it's going to take some time. And you've got to have patience. And that's why you have a non-conference season in all sports, to get the kinks out. It's a lot of penalties here early in this game on both sides of the ball. Penalties against the Bulldogs. Santa Barbara will take over 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. I don't think Mark Rodriguez is going to be coming back into the game anytime soon. Ernesto, we both saw that he was taped up with ice on his right shoulder.
Hopefully he'll be able to join the team back soon, CJ. Make a speedy recovery.
1st and 10. A quick pass play. Grayer on the catch. Gains about 8 yards.
And that was such a great tackle by Ronald Fusilier, number 23 from the Bulldogs, making sure that the Vaqueros don't get any yards after catch there.
Ben Partee, the play caller for the Vaqueros. He's a redshirt freshman out of San Marcos High in Santa Barbara. This time he gives the ball to Norfleet, and he gets a first down for Santa Barbara. He scurries his way to the near sideline and just crossing that 40-yard line, it'll be a first down for Santa Barbara. We're going to hear Jesse Garza's name a lot, the kid from Napomo. Big, tough player, hard worker. His brother Joey Jesse and Joey Garza from Napomo. Jesse's the linebacker, 6'2", 235. Joey, the end.
Really liking what I see from number 10 on the defense, CJ LG
Vongzi.
Vongzi. He's all over the place.
Yes, he was here in 2019.
He's flying around the ball, and although the Vaqueros have got a couple yards, he's making sure that they're not getting big plays.
Vongzi's from Aiea High School. He moved from offensive linebacker to inside linebacker from Hawaii. Pass play. Intended for Grayer again. Covered by E.J. Barrera, another kid that was here in 2019. He's going to be an important part of the defensive backfield. The sophomore from Colorado Mesa College, Grand Junction.
And that was a great play by number 98, Andrew Lauritsen, who was this close to getting a sack on the quarterback, getting great penetration there on the defensive line.
Third and 6. Partee is sacked. Trouble for Ben Partee behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, there's number 98, Andrew, right there with the sack.
Lauritsen is 6'4", 250 out of Colorado. Columbine High School from Littleton, Colorado.
And Lauritsen was really the difference, CJ, on that last defensive drive by the Bulldogs there. Not making it easy on the Vaqueros.
The punt is up. It bounces. The Bulldogs let it roll. And it'll be downed at the 32. Mike McCoy did the right thing and got away from it. It's funny, I say Columbine High School because that's where Andrew Lauritsen went in. Right away makes me think of years ago. It's just, it'll always be what's connected to that town and that school, and that's awful. He's a great defender. Bulldogs taking over after the 3 and out. Oh, no, there was one first down on that set. Smith finds a hole on the near side, gets a first down for the Bulldogs. Another penalty flag gets thrown on the sideline. Maurice Smith.
Great speed by Smith getting to the outside. It seems like where the Bulldogs are going to have their strength this year, CJ, is speed and hitting that outside.
If the penalty's not against the Bulldogs, it was almost a 20-yard run. It's a face mask against the defense.
I'll tell you what, CJ, these refs today, they're not letting anything go.
So it was a long run for Smith. And then they add 15 yards to it on the penalty against Santa Barbara. And the ball crosses midfield and puts the Bulldogs at the Vaquero 37-yard line with a first down. That was a nice run by Maurice Smith. That's why, you know, one of the strong offensive players that stuck around after no football in 2020, he's a sophomore, led the state in rushing touchdowns. This time Thomas with the carry.
Back-to-back great runs by the Bulldogs.
And we saw a helmet come off one of the defenders, and that's an automatic. They have to leave the field for at least one play when that happens at this level of football, most levels of football.
And CJ, you can see that Storer's settling in when they don't have all those offensive penalties. As Erickson, who scored the last touchdown, he's back in the game.
Gain of 4 for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 6. They lead it 7-0 with 7:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Storer this time gives it to Erickson. And he runs into a big pile of traffic. No room. Erickson, first touchdown of the 2021 campaign for the Bulldogs. A 25-yard touchdown run.
That's got to feel good, CJ. First touchdown in 2 years. Let's hope he kept that ball.
And he was at Sac State the last time he played football. Actually gained a yard on that play. It's a 3rd and 4 now. Storer under center. He gives it to Smith. Smith finds a hole. Smith is running. Smith is into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And CJ, Smith went into the to the end zone untouched. Not a single defender on the Vaqueros touched Smith.
A 24-yard touchdown run by the sophomore Maurice Smith, untouched into the end zone. 13-0 Bulldogs with the lead. Wow. Both touchdown runs were on this side of the field. Both touchdown runs. Smith untouched. Christian Erickson almost untouched.
I mean, Smith, a three-sport athlete at Richmond Hill High School, and really showing off his athletic ability there.
Seeker with the kick. It's up, and it's good. 14-0. Bulldogs with the lead. 6:44 remaining in the first half. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Maurice Smith with a 24-yard touchdown run puts the Bulldogs up 14-0 with 2 extra points by Colton Thieker. And the Vaqueros yet to score here. First football game for both these squads in 2021. And Thieker is a busy guy today, punting, kicking, and extra points. In the end zone, he's going to bring it out. And he runs into some special teams, all wearing blue at the 8-yard line. Omari Taylor chose to run it out rather than take the touchback, and it was probably the wrong choice. Those Bulldogs on special team were there quick.
And we'll see what number 98, Andrew Lauritsen, and the Bulldog defense can do on this drive.
The officials placed that ball on the 10.
CJ, it looked like that was more like on the 8-yard line to me. I think they're being generous there.
14-0 Bulldogs with the lead. Vaqueros with the ball, 1st and 10 from their own 10. And right now, momentum, energy, enthusiasm, all wearing blue.
As the running back was met by number 40, Jesse Garza, linebacker from Napomo.
We're going to be saying Garza a lot this year. I feel it. 6'2", 235. His brother Joey, 6'3", 250. Joey wears 97. Jesse wears 40. Pass play. And it's a complete pass to Max Lopez on the far side. And it's a first down for the Vaqueros. First and 10 for Santa Barbara, trailing the Bulldogs 14-0. 5:30 left in the game in the first half. Partee from the shotgun wants to pass. Looking down the middle once again for Lopez, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Great coverage.
Great coverage by number 3, E.J. Barrera there, CJ.
Fusilier was nearby. Garnes, I am impressed right now by the defensive backs that I'm seeing out here for the Bulldogs. Barrera ran off the sideline holding his right arm, being attended to by the trainers. Great play on the defense. 2nd and 10. Partey's going to call a timeout. Santa Barbara using their first timeout. We will take a timeout as well. With 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the first half, Bulldogs lead at 14-0 over the Vaqueros of Santa Barbara. You are listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock Field. Bulldogs lead at 14-0. Vaqueros with a 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Partey, the quarterback. Martin, the ball carrier. He gains 6 yards on the play. It'll be actually 7, third and 3. Looking for a pass, and it's complete on the near sideline to Cyrus Wallace.
And what a hit by number 2.
Big hit.
Yeah.
Vic Garnes, the defensive back, the freshman out of Denver, Colorado. He's a player of the year. A run play for the Vaqueros. Six-yard gain for Santa Barbara. Just under 4 minutes to play in the first half. 14-0 Bulldogs with the lead. It's a tough snap for Partey to hold on to, but he does, and then he keeps it. Runs to the left side of the pack. Maybe gain a yard or two.
And that was a great job by number 55, Kahari Upshaw, who had just checked into the game and really got his hands around the quarterback's leg so he could not get much on that drive.
Looks like there might be a first down here for Santa Barbara. And it's a first down for Santa Barbara. First and 10 for the Vaqueros from their own 46-yard line. A quick pass play to the near side, incomplete. It was intended
CJ, you
for
just saw a
Lopez.
sea of blue jerseys hawking to that ball right there on that last play. These defensive backs, they are lined, they're locked in.
They're fired up. Second and 10. 2:58 remaining in the first. Bulldogs up 14-0. It's so nice to be at a college football game. He's got a little bit of time, but he's in trouble. He's going to keep it. Runs to the near side. Not enough for a first down. Cyree Lewis makes the tackle, the freshman out of Hahnville High School in New Orleans. 5'10", 170, Cyree Lewis. Third and short. Complete pass to Lopez. It's a first down for the Vaqueros.
Nice tackle there by number 12, Jaquez McWilliams.
Santa Barbara's got 2 timeouts left. Bulldogs don't have a timeout left in this first half. It's 2:04 remaining. Noah Fleet, the ball carrier. He gains 3. There's Vongzi again in on the tackle. Complete pass to Taylor.
Great penetration last play by the defensive line there, getting very close to a sack.
They have 2 timeouts left in the half, and the clock's down to almost a minute, and they're going to use one. Hey, maybe they heard me. With 1 minute, 12 seconds remaining in the first half, Bulldogs lead at 14-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Your Bulldogs are leading it 14-0 with 1:12 remaining in the first half. The Vaqueros have a 3rd and 4 from Pardee. Scrambles around. It's intercepted by Williams. Jaquez McWilliams with the interception. Jaquez McWilliams playing with a heavy heart today. His grandfather recently passed away. And he said to me yesterday when I saw him at practice, if I make an interception, if I get a pick, please dedicate it to my grandfather. And there it is, Jaquez. Nice interception by the redshirt sophomore out of Norcross High School, sending love to the McWilliams family. What a great play for the sophomore. Redshirt sophomore for the Bulldogs.
And that interception, CJ, by McWilliams was really a product of the great week he had this week at practice, his ability to be a leader on the defense.
1st and 10 Bulldogs. Smith, the ball carrier.
We got under a minute to go here, CJ.
Escavez, the tackle for the Vaqueros. I'm curious what conversation goes on in the locker room at halftime if the Bulldogs hold on to this 14-0 lead with the clock ticking down. Under 30 seconds
Looks like
remaining.
Coach
Maybe
Damron will be happy going into the locker room with this 14-0 lead, CJ.
Maybe one more play here. Thomas, the ball carrier, he breaks one tackle, and then he's pushed out of bounds. Less than 5 seconds remaining, and it looks like the Bulldogs are going to walk off the field with a 14-0 lead here at the half. What What a first half of football for the Bulldogs. It started off a little bit shaky, a little bit sloppy on both sides of the ball. Both teams a little rusty, not playing football against another team for months. The Bulldogs didn't have a scrimmage against anyone but themselves. I'm not sure about the Vaqueros. But to recover like that after a shaky first quarter and clean it up with 2 running touchdowns and a 14-0 lead, you got to be happy if you're Coach Damron.
And it seems like the Bulldogs really settled in the second quarter. Once Storer came in quarterback and was able to get the run game going, was able to clean up a couple of those penalties on the offensive line. And I'm looking forward to what the second half can bring.
Ernesto, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our first half statistics for Ernesto Casillas, executive producer, executive director, pretty much the big bad boss, Brian Dill. I'm CJ Silas. You're listening to Bulldog Football. After one half of play, Allen Hancock College leads Santa Barbara 14-0. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College with one half of play in the books. Your Bulldogs are up 14-0 on the Vaqueros of Santa Barbara College. We are getting set here for the third quarter. Kickoff is dropped, but he picks it up. Taylor, the carrier. I'm guessing, we don't have any stats. First half stats, we got computer glitches going on, technical difficulties here at Hancock College today, but go ahead.
Sorry, CJ. I don't mean to interrupt you. The one stat we do have is that it's 14-0 and your Bulldogs are winning.
He's Ernesto Casillas and I'm CJ Silas, and we are both so happy to be back doing football. Irvin Kiger, my former color commentating partner, is downstairs and wishing us the best. He's had some health issues and hasn't been able to be a part of the broadcast, and says thank you to Ernesto for sitting in for him this season. It's a 1st and 10 for Santa Barbara.
Now, CJ, I briefly spoke to Mark Rodriguez during halftime, and he thinks he may have fractured his shoulder.
No.
So please keep your Mark in your prayers, and hopefully he'll return to the team soon.
First game of the season. Nobody wants that. A 7-yard gain for the Vaqueros. Partee, the quarterback. This one, Martin carrying the ball.
And that was Vic Garnes, number 2 on the tackle. Had a great week of practice this week. Really just a ball hawk, gets to the ball quickly.
Just a short gain for Santa Barbara, a 3rd and 1. Vaqueros trying to get on the board, their first score of the season. This is a non-league game for both of these teams. Partee gives it to Martin again.
Number 18, Adrian Stevenson had some great penetration on that play. Was almost able to bring the back down behind the line.
The defense for the Bulldogs so far today look fired up, strong, cohesive, communicative. And you see that a lot in Bulldog football, a lot of chemistry on the defense. Jesse Garza makes the tackle for the Bulldogs. Ben Partee, the quarterback for the Vaqueros from San Marcos High, 6'2", 210. One of only a handful. Let's see, there's maybe 12 players from Santa Barbara on this roster of almost 100 kids for Santa Barbara.
And you haven't seen Partee really drop back and throw the ball much. Got to
Nope.
wonder if the...
Nick Lamonto, the ball carrier. We haven't seen much of him. He didn't carry the ball at all in the first half. The freshman out of Morgan Hill California, Live Oak High. Kayan Grayer, the wide receiver, that only a few balls were thrown in the air at all by Santa Barbara. You mentioned that in the first half, and Grayer's the target, and he's on the near side. 1st and 10. Partee wants to pass, and it's Grayer, and he finds him in the middle for a complete pass. He's being chased down the field, still fighting, and he's in. Looked like he was in the end zone, but he fumbled the ball right before he got into the end zone.
Well, good job by Ronald Fusilier, even though they scored, not giving up on that play, trying to rip the ball from the wide receiver and almost making a play there.
So the officials are having to get together on this. A lot of noise coming from the Santa Barbara sideline.
And CJ, just when we mentioned that the quarterback wasn't really throwing the ball much for the Vaqueros, comes up with a big play here.
Yeah, Fusilier, the freshman, ran him down, didn't give up, and now they're calling it a touchdown. The catch The catch by Grayer and the touchdown for the Vaqueros. 14-6, Bulldogs with the lead. Jorge Figueroa, the kicker. And the point is good. The Vaqueros with a touchdown, only using 3 minutes off the clock, now trail the Bulldogs 14-7 early here in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. The Vaqueros with their first touchdown of the ball game. And the kickoff. B.J. Jordan.
Nice return there by B.J. Jordan.
Yes, B.J. Jordan, we don't know much about him. He's a freshman out of Lenore Rhine High School in Burgon, North Carolina, 5'9", 185. It's the first time we've seen him in action. And a nice run on the kickoff return by B.J. Jordan.
Bulldogs will have great field position here as they get an opportunity to answer the offensive touchdown by the Vaqueros. You know what, CJ, that's really disappointing. It was a missed handoff, a botched handoff, and the Bulldogs really need to wrap that up. The handoff.
The first play from scrimmage after a great kickoff return. And it's a turnover. And the Vaqueros, who just put their first touchdown on the board, come out of the locker room with a little bit of momentum and energy and good field position. B.J. Jordan on nice kickoff return. It's the first time we've seen or heard anything of him so far this Saturday. September 4th, Allen Hancock College football 2021, 649 days ago. The Allen Hancock College football team had a football game. It is nice to be back, and the Bulldogs lead at 14-7 after a fumble. Vaqueros take over. 1st and 10, there's a flag on the play before anything happens. It's a pass play down the far sideline intended for Cyrus Wallace. Good coverage on the play by Fusilier. McWilliams was there as well.
Still waiting on the call from the refs here, CJ.
Yeah, the flag was right after the offsides against the Bulldogs. Did he say 95?
Yes.
There is no 95 on the roster, I'm just saying. So we don't know.
The refs can't see the numbers either.
You know who I call 95? What did I name him? Jim Shorts. They don't have a name on the roster. They're always Jim Shorts. First and 5. Trouble behind the line of scrimmage. And Pardee is taken down.
John Sniffen with
Sniffen.
that's a good last name right there.
Yeah,
'cause he
he's
was sniffing the running back, and he
6'3", 275. He played a little bit as a freshman in 2000. Actually, played more than a little in 2019, and he's back. What a play! A loss of only a couple yards, but it fires the defense up on a play like that. 2nd and 7. Partee. Near side to Wallace. Is it complete? It is. It's complete, and it's a first down for the Vaqueros. (14-7). Bulldogs with the lead. 10:40 left on the clock in the third quarter. Taylor with the ball.
and none other than LG Vongzi in on the tackle. He's been a big factor for the Bulldogs on defense and was a big reason why they got that shutout in the first half.
Six-yard gain on the play on the Taylor run. He's keeping it. Runs out of bounds on the near side.
Nice job by Fusilier there, containing the quarterback, not letting him cut back inside and get into the end zone.
Not enough. I don't think enough for a first down. Definitely not. Gain of about 2. Few wide receivers coming into the game. Maybe Xavier Bonds comes in. Trips on the far side. Partee from the shotgun. Yelling out the plays to his linemen. And communication breakdown. Santa Barbara takes a timeout. We'll take out a timeout as well. With just under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, Bulldogs lead the Vaqueros 14-7. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Your Bulldogs are up 14-7. Vaqueros threatening a little bit in Hancock territory. And now Hancock's going to take a timeout.
It's a battle of the timeouts.
Yeah, it's they didn't finish their conversation. We'll take a quick timeout too. The Bulldogs up 14-7. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. The Bulldogs lead at 14-7 over Santa Barbara. CJ Silas and Ernesto Casillas bringing you play-by-play coverage. Vaqueros on the third and short. And it's enough on the run play for another Vaquero first down.
It's a long drive, CJ, here by the Vaqueros. 7 plays so far on this drive.
Pardee, the redshirt freshman quarterback, getting the plays from the sideline. 2 wide receivers on the far side. The lone back is Martin. In motion. And he gives it to the wide receiver in motion. It's Bonds, Xavier Bonds, the ball carrier.
McWilliams there on the tackle.
Gain of 4 on the play. Another penalty, and it's against the offense. It's a false start against the Vaqueros. 5-yard penalty.
Defense getting a little break here. We'll see if they can hold them to just a field goal.
Second. Taylor's the ball carrier. Finds a little hole.
Another 3rd down here.
A 3rd and 4 for the Vaqueros, trailing by 7. 6:50 left in the 3rd. It's a keeper for Pardee. He's still on his feet. Gets close to the goal line, and the Bulldogs are saying that they recovered a fumble.
And that was really Lawrenson.
Bulldogs do.
Yeah, Lawrenson again on the tackle, creating the fumble. I believe that's his 2nd turnover, forced turnover of the game this CJ.
Andrew Lauritsen, the freshman, 6'4", 250. That was a nice stop by the defense on the goal line. That was a huge play because Santa Barbara came out of the locker room a little bit more fired up.
Yeah.
Got a quick score.
This 3rd quarter feeling very reminiscent of the 1st quarter for the Bulldogs. So let's hope they can get the offense on the field and
Oh my goodness, another penalty. Offsides on the defense. Bulldogs 1st down. Another flag. Wait, he threw a flag before anything even happened. Like they
a preemptive flag, CJ.
Sheesh, what was that? Maybe he threw a flag on one of his coworkers. Enough flags. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's everybody's first game. Let's be thoughtful. Let's find empathy in a world that's very difficult. All right, Mike McCoy going wide on the far side. It's 1st and 5 Bulldogs from the 11. Now it's another fumble. I can't see it from here. Did you see it, Ernesto?
It would look like it was another bad snap, CJ. Honestly, it's hard to see with all the jerseys around it, but Bulldogs have to do something about snapping the football.
They're not calling a fumble. But Santa Barbara felt like it. They thought they might, but they didn't. Chase Richards.
Defense stacking 11 in the box that
Wow.
time, CJ. Not
Yeah.
much room for Erickson to run there.
Well, they're so close to the end zone. They want to cause some sort of fumble and try to get a quick score on the defense. It's a Bulldog first down on that play. That was a push. That was 5 yards. It looked like it wasn't going to be that much. And there it is, another Bulldog first down. And another flag. We don't have statistics. Illegal procedure against the Bulldogs. Working out the kinks, Ernesto. Working out the kinks.
Well, the Bulldogs are going to need to get vertical, CJ, if they don't want the defense to stack in the box every time.
1st and 15. Smith carries it. It might be. It's obviously the plan for Seth, Damron, Chris Dutra, and Ed Herman, who's also helping with the offense. But we've not seen a lot of passing plays on either side of the football. McCoy and Akiono were the only two. Julia Walker, the only 3 players that have been thrown to. It's a 5-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 10, back to the original line of scrimmage. Storer under center, rolling to the right. There's another flag. It could be a free play, and it was Mike McCoy, the intended receiver. Also, Akiono, both of the two wide receivers were running on that far side. Another offside against the Vaqueros.
That'll give Store a little more room to work here.
2nd and 5. Once again, we see McCoy, the lone wide receiver.
Thomas back in the game at running back.
Storer under center, and there's Zidane Thomas. And that's who gets the ball, and he finds a little opening. It's enough for a first down. And he drags the defender a few extra yards, Zidane Thomas.
Zidane Thomas giving the defense the dead leg, that one cut. Very reminiscent of one of my favorite players, Arian Foster. Nice run there by Thomas.
(14-7), Bulldogs with the lead. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third. This time it's Smith. He breaks one tackle. And it looks like you've got another Bulldog first down. Maurice Smith.
What a great job by Smith. Great speed, always looking to get outside and showcase those wheels he's got. And the Bulldogs' offense is humming right now, CJ.
Christian Erickson back on the field in the backfield. McCoy, again lining up as the only wide receiver. Store under center. Erickson.
And Erickson met at the
Woof.
line there. Not much room for him to run.
Someone was waiting. This is one of the fullest times I've seen the Bulldog bleachers. A lot of Santa Barbara fans, a lot of Bulldog fans. One of the first live sporting events where fans are allowed coming back. Thomas hurdles over one defender and then gets dropped by the next, but he gains about 4 before he's taken down.
And what's so incredible about this guy, Thomas, CJ, is that in high school he averaged more than 10 yards a carry with 44 touchdowns.
Phoenix, Arizona. Quite a few kids that were Division I athletes coming back to play for the junior college. 2020 was a year when a lot of people made changes and some kids decided this is where they wanted to be. Maurice Smith finds a hole, crosses midfield. If this penalty is not against the Bulldogs, it'll be a first down into Vaquero territory.
Nice inside cut by Smith to pick up a gain of, it looks like, about 10.
It's against the Bulldogs. So that is erased. That nice run by Maurice Smith.
Even though with all the flags, CJ, you do have to like that the Bulldogs are controlling the game right now with their run attack and really knocking off some time off the clock here.
Speaking of the clock, less than a minute to play in the third. Vaqueros scored a touchdown in this quarter, and that's all the scoreboard action we've seen so far. It's 14-7 Hancock.
You got to hope that eventually Coach Damron will bring back Jaleel Walker in, who had a really nice play in the first half and gave this offense a spark.
Storer was looking at the sideline for the play to come in. He didn't get what he wanted, so the team called the second timeout of this half for the Bulldogs. They'll have one remaining. We will take a timeout as well. Bulldogs leading Santa Barbara 14-7. You're listening to Allen Hancock College 2021 football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. The Bulldogs lead at 14-7. The third quarter winding down, less than a minute to play. Bulldogs have a long third down here. And Storer gives it to Erickson.
And CJ, that was a botched handoff. There was some confusion there between Storer and Erickson. And we saw Walker come back into the game. So Storer thought it was a pass play. Erickson thought it was a run play, and that's where the dysfunction was there on that last play.
And it was a fumble recovered by the Vaqueros. Vaqueros will take over after the turnover with pretty good field position. 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 42. Party once again the play caller for Santa Barbara. They might get one play off here before the clock ticks down. 20 seconds. Yes, they'll get it off. And now there's another flag before anything happens. Oh, my goodness. Delay a game against the offense. A 5-yard penalty. You're not keeping track of penalties over there, are you? If we knew it was going to be like
I ran out of room, CJ, to mark them down.
If we knew it was going to be like this, we would have had you. Our stat counter is gone, so we don't have that. Should have hired Ernesto to do the stats. Cyrus Wallace with a catch. Not only a catch, he was nearly tackled by 4 different Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Nobody could take him down.
Fusilier on that play, CJ, he was going for the strip instead of the tackle, and that's how those receivers get those extra yards.
And guess what? There's a flag on the play. And it's late. Wow, that was not, it wasn't just a nice catch, but then he avoided quite a few tackles and scrambled for a couple more yards.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the offense, number 6, 15-yard penalty. The result of the play is a first down. That's number 6, first unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Omari Taylor, the running back from Santa Barbara.
Defense getting a break here. And it looks like they're almost targeting Fusilier.
First and goal from the 25. Party. A quick pass play to Lopez on the far sideline. Doesn't even get him back to the original line of scrimmage. And the third quarter comes to an end. Bulldogs lead at 14-7. One more quarter of play here. Bulldogs and Vaqueros from Allen Hancock Field. We'll take a quick timeout. Welcome in to Game 1 of the 2021 Bulldog football campaign. Ernesto Casillas and CJ Silas. It's athletics at hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back. After a penalty at the end of the third quarter, they're going to come back with no time on the clock, and they're going to replay a play because of another 15-yard penalty. Personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct? I already missed. My brain just went away. Which one was it?
It was a personal
okay,
foul,
thank
CJ.
you. Thank you. That's why you're here. You can check my brain.
Looks like it was a face mask.
It's been a long time without football. It's really nice to be back. Glad to have you, Ernesto. It's going to be a fun year. First and goal for the Vaqueros. Martin, the ball carrier.
Nice push by the defensive lineup there, not giving up too much on that run.
It's John Sniffenau again, I think. All right, now the third quarter will end. Now we'll take a timeout. It's 14-7 Bulldogs. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College football. The Bulldogs lead the Vaqueros 14-7. Santa Barbara's got the ball. Second and goal to start the fourth quarter. Taylor. I say this all the time. I say this when I watch pro football. I say this when I watch junior college football. I say this when I watch Division I football. they run up the middle so many times. I'm like, go run on the outside of the box. But that's where the most blocking is, and so that's where the running back sees the protection. But it's just sometimes when you're in a different vantage point, like up here or even higher. Taylor again. Nothing. Sniffing.
Looks like Garza was also involved in the
Yep.
tackle there.
Sniffin and Garza. We've been saying their names a lot.
Looks like the Vaqueros will bring in a slew of new offensive players here.
But they're going to go for it because Partey's still out there. It's 4th and goal.
Big play here by the defense and the Bulldogs.
From the shotgun. He's going for it. And there's a receiver in the end zone. And it's a Vaquero touchdown.
And that was a great job by Lauritsen on the defensive line, but unfortunately the quarterback just got it off before he could get there.
And a good play calling because they took a chance going for it on a 4th down. It was the right move to make for the Vaqueros. They now trail the Bulldogs by 1. It's 14-13.
We got ourselves a game here,
Wait,
CJ.
All of a
I'm
sudden,
awake now.
all of a sudden. You said you were going to bring coffee. No coffee today. You already drank enough. Jorge Figueroa in for the extra point attempt. Is there really another flag? Oh my goodness, there is. I want to throw a flag on the flags. Can I? Offsides against the Bulldogs. Figueroa with the kick. And it's good. Wow, it was low. It was a line drive all the way to the left. I can't believe that went through. Wow. It's 14-14. Jorge Figueroa with the point after. Vaqueros now tie the score with 13:26 remaining in the game. It's 14-14. Bulldogs and Vaqueros all knotted up. You're listening to the Bulldogs at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. The Vaqueros of Santa Barbara just tied it up. It's now 14-14. Cyree Lewis with the kick return. And he brings the ball back up to the 35-yard line. And here comes the Bulldog offense to try to score. They haven't scored since the first half. And it will be Storer continuing in as the quarterback.
And CJ, it looks like the ball will be on the 25-yard
Oh, I'm
line.
sorry. What did I say? The 35?
We forgive you.
Numbers are blending. The 25-yard line. Thank you. Smith
Nice
finds
run
a
there.
nice hole.
Nice run there by Smith.
Maurice Smith. And he was tackled by Anthony Miles. Seven-yard gain on the play. Storer under center. Backs her in the eye. This time he gives it to Erickson. Erickson's pushing through, but he's He's in the hands of 3 different defenders.
Nice
The one that
push
pulled
there.
him down was Naco Diaz.
Nice second attempt there by Erickson to get an extra yard or 2. He's a stout running back, CJ. Reminds me a
Yes.
little bit of Christian McCaffrey, you know?
6 foot 210, Paso Robles High School. He's a sophomore, so this will be it. Third and 2. Flag right away. Legal procedure. False start, offense.
Well, we know what the Bulldogs will be working on in practice this week, CJ.
Yeah, that was the Dane Thomas on the false start. Smith lines up behind Pua. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to stay objective.
You know, and you got to give it up to Storer, who came in today as the backup, took over the offense after the injury, and doing the best that he can.
Another penalty against the Bulldog offense. Third and short, and now a 3rd and 12. Score tied at 14. Storer wants to pass. He's in trouble. He's scrambling, and he's down. Huge sack by the Vaqueros at the 10-yard line.
Well, you had McCoy covered here, CJ, on this near side by number 14. There was no separation there, and that's why Storer held the ball.
Fourth and long. Here comes Colton Thieker.
Short series by the Bulldogs there, CJ. Just 3 plays for negative yardage.
Tough snap, but Thieker held on to it to get the kickoff. It bounces right inside the 50 and rolls to the 45. Santa Barbara will take over 1st and 10 from their own 45. 14-14 is the score. 10:26 remaining in the game. Bulldogs defense needs to make a good stance here. Get that ball back for the offense with just under 11 minutes to play in the game. First and 10. Partee from the shotgun. In motion goes Martin. It's a quick pass play on the near side, almost intercepted. Intended receiver is Wallace.
Nice coverage by Jaquiz McWilliams there.
They're going to have a meeting.
You know what, CJ, if this is going to be pass interference, I'm telling you right now, I did not see it on that play.
He got in front of him, but he didn't push him.
Yeah,
It could be offensive pass interference.
let's hope so.
You see the defenders standing around the officials in hopes of making some sort of having influence. No, oh my goodness.
All right.
All
They were just
right.
taking a break over there, taking a little meeting.
All right. No flag. Oh, goodness. As I said earlier, it's everybody's first game. 2nd and 10 for the Vaqueros.
And it looks like they moved McWilliams to shadow this number 17
Yeah,
fellow
they
here.
did.
Who
You're
was-
right. You're right. They're playing one-on-one. Don't touch him, right?
Latrell Brown there, linebacker from Ivanhoe, North Carolina there on the stop. His number's been all over the place his last couple quarters, making some good tackles.
Gain of 4. 3rd and 6 from the 45. Oh.
Nice tackle by Cyree Lewis, who just came into the game.
Yeah, he just came in
Just
for
came in
McWilliams.
Yep.
So that was
I had a chance to talk to Lewis this week at practice, CJ. Great kid from New Orleans, big on his family. His brother played at LSU, stand-up guy.
1st and 10 for the Vaqueros, now in Bulldog territory on the 40. Score tied at 14. Partee wants to pass, but he decides to keep it. Running for the stick. And it looks like he might have gotten.
Yeah. Looked
Did
like
he
there was
get
a
hit
little
late?
bit of
Yeah.
acting there too, CJ.
Yep. It's never fun when a few of the players from the other team end up on the sideline of the other opposition. One of the assistant coaches for Craig Meropoulos, who's in his 15th year at Santa Barbara, one of his assistant coaches, the defensive coordinator Don Willis, who played 8 years in the NFL, went to University of Washington, won a championship with them. He headed over to the sideline in the area where there was a little scuffle and had some words for his players. Craig Meropoulos is also the offensive coordinator, and it looks like.
And now this time it was a botched handoff by the Vaqueros.
And now the Bulldogs get the ball back.
Nice job.
Just as the Vaqueros were moving the ball down the field. And it looks like somebody might be down.
You know, CJ, last play I saw McWilliams. It looked like he maybe had a cramp in his leg,
Oh,
or
okay,
maybe
yep.
it's a little bit of tightness.
Yes.
Let's hope he's okay, because he's a big factor here for the Bulldogs on defense.
Lodo Mananiomanu. That's who it was, right?
He recovered the
Lodo
fumble.
Mananiomanu recovered the fumble for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. Barrera gives it. Storr gives it to Smith. Mano Neomanu from Bartlett High School in Anchorage, Alaska. 6'2", 280, the freshman. This one is to Pua. First play going to Pua, and it's a complete pass.
Storer was running for his life on that last play, CJ. The offensive line has to give him some time to throw, has to give the receivers and the running backs some time to get into their routes.
That was a nice play by the Bulldogs, and they tried something new because we hadn't seen anything thrown his way. He's been basically a blocking halfback during this game. Gain of 5. 3rd and 5. And the Bulldogs will call a timeout. We'll take a timeout as well with 7:29 remaining in the 4th quarter. Score tied at 14. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock Field, where it's tied 14-14, Santa Barbara and the Bulldogs. Hancock has a 3rd and 5. A quick pass play to McCoy, gets the first down and a little bit more.
And CJ, what I saw from Storr on this play is that he got rid of the ball right away and gave his playmaker the ability to make a play. And I think that's what this offense have been missing, and it's great to see that.
First down for the Bulldogs. 7 minutes remaining here in regulation. And the Bulldogs with a first down. Maurice Smith.
Gets a couple extra yards
Just
on
a
that
few.
second effort there. He got stopped at the line of scrimmage, but put a nice spin move on there by Smith. You got to wonder, CJ, if the Bulldogs get within striking distance of a field goal, if Coach Damron will elect to go for it or kick the field goal
Oh my
and see
gosh, that's a good question. Good question. Second down. He's got time. He was looking for Malik Kennedy. It's the first time he threw in his direction. Kennedy from Miami Southridge High School, a freshman, 5'10", 205. Third down, Bulldogs. Smith, he finds a hole. Looks like Maurice Smith got a first down. He got that second effort.
And it was a little bit of a delayed handoff there,
Yeah.
CJ. I actually thought Storr was going to do a 3-step backdrop to pass, but he gives it to Smith there, and I think he faked out the defense as well.
Yeah, and he was kind of dragging a defender at the end of that play, too. He got just enough for a first down. First and 10 Bulldogs, tied at 14 from their own 46, 5:38 and ticking. Smith getting extra carries, and there he is, and that's why.
It's actually,
Pushes all the way through for close to another first down.
it was actually Zidane Thomas in there,
Thomas,
CJ.
sorry about that. Good job, Zidane. Thank you. I was surprised because they're usually rotating him in and out. Santa Barbara will take a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. Vaqueros with 1 timeout remaining. The Bulldogs have no timeouts remaining here in the second half. It's 14-14 with 5:26 remaining in the game. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Bulldog Football.
CJ, looks like we got Erickson back in there.
Yes.
Had that first TD of the game for the Bulldogs.
Second and short. Erickson, the ball carrier.
And really met by the defensive line right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Nowhere to run on that play.
No gain on the play.
You almost wonder if they can maybe try to get Erickson in some type of, halfback screen or just give him some room to run.
Third down and short. This time it's Smith, and he gets the first down. Maurice Smith.
Maurice Smith, a very patient runner, and then he just hits the hole,
Yes.
makes a cut,
Yes.
and he's been gaining yards this whole fourth quarter.
First and 10. Erickson finds a little bit of move. Oh, what a hit. What a hit by Anthony Miles. Gain of 3 on the play.
Second down and 7 for Hancock.
Wow.
You know what, CJ? Thomas could have lost yards on that play, but he kept fighting. He kept pushing forward. And that was a great second effort, even if he didn't gain much yards on that play.
5-11, 2-10. Jaleel Walker's back in. We haven't heard or seen much of him since early in the first half. And he's going
Love to see a jet sweep by this kid, CJ, or just give him the ball. Let him make a play.
Walker?
Get him in some space.
It's a pitch to Smith. He finds a hole. Stiff arms the defender. And he's pushed out of bounds. Not enough for a first down. .244. Clock is still ticking here in the fourth. 14-14.
And this is that scenario we talked about
Oh,
earlier,
yes,
CJ.
you brought it up.
Is
Yep.
what is Coach Damron going to do here?
He's bringing in Erickson. He's going to go for it. Wow.
Play of the game here.
It is. It is. Erickson's in the backfield behind Pua. Walker,
And
the wide receiver on the near side.
defense has 11 in the box, CJ.
Gives it to Erickson. And Erickson
And he
pushes
gets
through
it.
for the first down. Wow. That was a great
Offensive
second
line
effort.
getting a nice jump off the ball
Yep.
there, getting nice blocks, letting Erickson make that play.
And sometimes the big linemen push the kid through. They're twice his size. Erickson's 6', 210. He had a little help from one of his linemen. And it's a first down for the Bulldogs. What a gutsy play call by Seth Damron.
CJ, this drive for the Bulldogs has been 6 minutes. They're killing the clock.
Less than 2 minutes remaining. First and 10. Thomas. Oh, Thomas is in trouble.
Nice play by 91. Give him credit.
Thomas is in trouble. Luke Wagner. Wagner's from Pennsylvania, makes the stop on Thomas.
And Bulldogs want to be careful here. They don't want to go backwards. They want to go forwards, get in that field goal range. You can tie this thing up. I'm sorry, wrap this thing up and win the game.
Second and 15. Smith is in the backfield. Walker on the near side. Pua the blocking back. Storr is under center. 1:10 on the clock. 14-14 the score. Storr wants to pass. He's looking for Walker. And it's nearly intercepted, but they're both out of bounds. Incomplete. It's a third
And I think the ball
15.
was a little bit underthrown there, CJ. Walker really didn't have the ability to go up and make a play.
They're going to try putting Walker on the other side.
Man
Nico
coverage.
Matters is covering him.
Oh,
And it's
no, CJ, this is what we didn't want to happen right here.
A sack rolled him all the way to midfield.
Wow. And we've seen when Storer has time to throw, he can make plays. But the defensive line was just met with no resistance on that play, CJ.
It's a 4th and long, and the offense is still on the field.
Very long.
Here comes Theaker. Oh, nope, they pulled Theaker off the field. The kicker. They're still thinking about it.
And the Bulldogs eating up almost 8 minutes of clock time on that series, CJ, will walk away with possibly no points.
13.6 remaining in the game. And a delay game against the Bulldogs. 5 yards. Theaker will come in.
And CJ, it looks like Erickson is getting checked out here on the...
In the trainer's tent. Yep.
Well, what do you know? First game in 2 years, we might get an overtime game?
I don't think I've done, I'm thinking, I don't know if I've ever been in, I don't know if we've ever had a game, an overtime. I don't think so. I mean, I have a pretty full brain that works most of the time, but I can't remember a time. Huh.
Looks like they're checking out Erickson's shoulder there in the trainer's tent after that big hit he took on that last drive.
And the punt, a nice punt. There's not even anyone out there back there to field it. So it rolls around. And it is the final tick of the clock in regulation. 14-14 the score. And we will go to overtime. Our first game of the year. And we're going to overtime. Bulldogs and Vaqueros. We will take a quick timeout. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to overtime. Bulldogs and Vaqueros.
And CJ, we had to do a little research there on how these rules work and what the rules are for overtime.
The Bulldogs will start on offense at the Vaquero 25.
And CJ,
If the Bulldogs score, the Vaqueros get the ball one time, and we'll try to match it. Whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, doesn't matter. The Vaqueros will get a possession. And if neither score, they'll just keep playing until somebody does.
And CJ, watch out for that number 88, the tight end, Jack over there. He's in the game.
Akiono, another penalty. Smith had the ball. It's against the Bulldogs. Oh, gosh. Holding, that doesn't help. So now it'll be 1st and 20 from the 35.
Looks like Erickson is doing okay, CJ, after being checked out in the athletic training.
He's back. 1st and 20. A quick pass from Storer. Almost. It went right through Walker's arms.
Finally, Walker is able to try to make a play, CJ, and the throw was a little low.
It was.
It was a little low.
It was catchable, but yeah.
He's a tall guy. You want to put it up there where he can go and grab it,
Yes.
pluck it from the sky. So.
We're never satisfied, are we, Ernesto?
I just want to see these kids win, CJ.
You're not supposed to root. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to be objective. I do a subjective talk show, but I'm an objective football announcer most of the time, right? I try. I fail. 2nd and 20. Another flag. Oh, my goodness. Another offensive penalty. I went to look at the clock and I realized it doesn't matter. It's not about time. Is someone getting proposed to in the sky?
I don't know. I can't see it.
They're saying, good luck, CJ.
Who's tapped?
Enjoy the game, Ernesto. There's a plane flying by with a message. Another pass. This time it's right on target.
And number 57, the linebacker from the Vaqueros, basically came in untouched. So great job by Storer to get rid of that ball and make the completion.
That was complete to Walker. It's just what you asked for, Ernesto.
See, ask and you shall receive.
Not enough for a first down, but an 18-yard pass completion to Jaleel Walker after a 10-yard penalty and a 5-yard penalty against the offense. And now Walker makes up for it, and it's now 3rd and 7. It's reasonable now, reasonable. Walker's in motion. Storer under center. This is to Smith. Pushing, wanting it so bad. It's tackled by Nico Matera again.
Well, CJ, it looks like the Bulldogs will have an opportunity to score. Here comes the kicker.
It's pretty windy right now. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying. It's a little windy. Field goal attempt by Colton Thieker. Thieker has been in this position before. Kick is up. And it's good. Bulldogs score a field goal. And now it's up to the defense. It's all up to the defense. Bulldogs now lead at 17-14 in overtime. The Vaqueros will get the ball in the 25. And they will have a chance. This is, well, you know what I'm going to say because it's funny? This is the most important defensive stance all season long,
That's
at least so far.
That's not cliche.
All right.
See
Theaker
what
came in and
Lauritsen
did his
this
job.
Defense can do, CJ.
Walker had the reception.
We got McWilliams back in the game.
Partee, quick pass play up the middle, and it's caught.
There's
Xavier Bonds catches the ball.
Vongzi in on the tackle.
Second and 2 for Ben Partee and the Vaquero offense, now trailing by 3, 17-14 in overtime. Oh, goodness. We've got another whistle. It's a timeout. Hancock takes a timeout. We will take a timeout as well. It's 17-14, Bulldogs in overtime. Santa Barbara has the ball in a 2nd and 2. You're listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu. Welcome back to Allen Hancock College. Our intelligent, investigative reporter, executive producer, and executive director Brian Dill assures me there was an overtime in Pasadena. A pass batted down at the line of scrimmage by Sniffen. What a play by John Sniffen. I asked Coach Damron about Sniffen. He said he's definitely one of the quiet leaders on the defense. What a play. So if Brian Dill is right, we did have an overtime game in Pasadena years ago. We've got our research staff on looking for that information. We should have put a sandwich on it. Fumble. Bulldogs recover. Game over. Game over. If the Bulldogs recover this fumble, it's over. We'll see. Let's make it official from the officials. Let's wait till it's officially official.
Adrian Stevenson on the recovery there.
Let's see. The officials are talking. We're going to find out right now. Damron's on the field. He wants to know. Wait. What's going on? Why don't we
Ball
know?
was fumbled by the offense, recovered by the defense. The game is over.
Yeah!
It's over. Final.
Bulldogs win it. Bulldogs win it on a fumble recovery in overtime. 17-14. 17-14. Bulldogs beat the Vaqueros in a battle back and forth with these two teams.
What a first game, CJ.
I did notice one thing. There's a little taunting going on right after it happened with some of the Bulldogs going kind of towards the Santa Barbara bench. So I'm curious, yeah, they're definitely not going to shake hands. I don't think they're going to shake hands because did you see that happen? It was small and it was only a few guys, but it was bad enough that the coaches decided not to do a handshake, which happens quite a bit. Well, we want to thank Brian
And
Dill.
why do they give the Detroit Pistons so much slack for not shaking the Celtics' hands if that's a common thing in sports?
Well, it's a common thing in junior college football. We want to thank everyone who helped us out today. So glad to be back with you and your Allen Hancock College football team. The schedule is out. You can get a program. The next game is on the road at San Bernardino, September 11th. It's a 6 o'clock kick. All you have to do is go to athletics.hancockcollege.edu to listen to Game 2 of the Bulldog season. And then we'll be back in Santa Maria On Saturday, September 18th, that will be a 2 p.m. kick. We appreciate you being here, folks, from all over the country. We've got kids that play for Hancock from, I think, 16 different states. We're so thankful that you were there to follow along with us. Ernesto, congratulations on your first game. You did a great job.
Thank you very much, CJ. It's a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to being back here with you in 2 weeks.
And thank you to Brian Dill, who takes care of all of the broadcasting, and Brandon as well for helping us with statistics. You've been listening to Bulldog Football. In overtime, Allen Hancock College beats Santa Barbara on a field goal and then a fumble recovery, 17-14. You've been listening to Bulldog Football at athletics.hancockcollege.edu.